and welcome to Blades and Banners, a Tales of the Valiant actual play show set in the Eberron campaign world. Casey, what happened last time?
Not a race. I was about to say race, but that's not a chase. That's the word.
Nailed it.
We chased Jelfie. According to my notes, Oren looks super cool. Ellie is riding in Sahina's backpack. And we successfully, Oren first and then eventually us, talked our way onto the boat that Jelfie was hiding on, found her, got her to come out, Oren put her to sleep, right? Yes, you did. No fights, no damage, just put her to sleep. Took the emerald she was carrying and now taking her back to... Oh, she did wake up and we did have a conversation and nothing was her fault at all whatsoever.
Blah, blah.
Obviously.
Yeah. And now we're taking her to the proper authorities.
In everyone's defense, Oren getting there first was brought to you in part by misreading a spell's description and a generous DM coming together to allow Oren.
This is true.
What was the misread spell?
Locate.
Oh, the locate. Right.
Although I do argue it says a type of creature. I could have said gnome's name Jelfie, and that is a category of creature.
I read that in the monster manual.
Yeah.
Yeah, your dogs disagree.
It sounds like British Parliament just exploding in counterpoint right now at you.
I said.
Rabble.
The dogs have it, it sounds like. So.
Yeah, indeed. So it is a substantial walk, but you all return to the cliffside, take a lift back up, and before long, you are in the presence of Mayor Kaya Unsk once again. And she is looking at Jelfie and then at you all, and she's her, like all of them.
All of them. All 7, because Kendrin was also dead in the basement of his shop. Not turned to crystal.
I'm so sorry. Can I retroactively have a conversation real quick?
Absolutely.
Flashback.
Pardon this interruption.
Blackout. 10 minutes earlier.
It's early.
Yes. Oh, I hate that trope so much, and that makes me so mad that I have done. Player-wise, I wanted to do this, but also Ellie genuinely would ask. Okay, so did we agree to not say anything about the devil, or we did not agree to anything? I'm still a little confused where we left that conversation.
I am inclined. I don't know. I'm inclined to.
The rain in Spain falls Monday in the plain.
I'm
The
inclined
next side effect of Oren's potion.
This is what happens
British dialect.
when we have time travel brain. We're in flashbacks. We don't remember things correctly.
I'm inclined to allow her to bring up the devil. We are delivering the person who killed these people. She can give the reason why she killed them.
And if we confirm that, that is not something that you will be forever mad about?
There are very few things that I am forever mad about. I would love for them to give us a pat on the back, think that we did everything we could, and help Lesh Durga in the war. And I think the best way for that to happen is to let her tell them about the devil, and us just let her do that. But that's my opinion.
I would argue, Ellie, We, in fact, did more already than was asked of us by ensuring that the devil left the city. No need to further any deeper involvement in this situation.
I don't read it the same way. They're not going to believe her. But we know she was telling the truth, and they're just going to think she made it up, but she's not making it up. And we could confirm that.
What good would it do them? The devil's not here anymore. Not coming back. Well, not here anymore.
Number one, it would warn them about a devil. Number two, she would not be treated like a crazy person, just the murderess that she is. Number three, it would confirm for her that she did encounter a devil. Number four, they could be on the lookout. Like, what if they travel someplace else and they have a similar situation in which people are dying from kyanite, hearts being cut carefully out of their bodies? Then they would know that it wasn't gel-free because they already solved that. They would know what happened and to look for somebody else.
I think you are underestimating the believability of someone making a deal with the devil and then killing people to satisfy that deal. I have an angel that shackles me and then appears out of nowhere thanks to a sword that's on my back. You have a friend, fire elemental, named Sam, who pops out and sets things on fire.
Yes.
So I think that if somebody says, I made a deal with the devil and they tricked me, that's very believable.
Oh, do people always believe you the first time you say something about Svoboda without the appearance? They're just like, Because sometimes I say things and people do not often believe me about them.
That's fair. To be fair to you, I don't tell people about Svoboda frequently because I'm not a fan of it, but also I don't do crimes at Svoboda's behest and then pin the blame on him. I take credit for everything I do, in spite of him.
But that changes your argument a little bit.
My argument comes down to, I think that we gain the most favor for Lesh Jugga by not mentioning the devil. And all I really care about in this mission is gaining favor for Lesh Jugga. Philip keeps making a face that I don't like, but that's just me.
I think we're assuming left this city were the same thing. Is the problem.
Y'all left.
We didn't make a deal, right?
Yeah.
No deal was...
Then they'll know to look out for a devil. If more people start turning up with kyanite...
Sorry, that's not funny.
It's a little funny. Oren's not making a sound argument. He's just making his argument.
We technically did the thing that we were asked to do, and good luck.
Yes! Yes!
Right. Aye.
We solved the crimes.
Precisely.
Okay. Then I guess what I'm asking is, you won't be mad forever? Just a little bit of time?
I'll be more worried about how mad Lesh Jugga will be if we're not successful in gaining the favor that we came here to get.
But I think it's more favorable to tell them about the thing behind the thing, so they have all the information.
How about a compromise? Instead of
Are you making a deal, Oren?
With you, yes. You're not a devil as far as I know. You vex me often, but you're not a devil.
Luck point.
Thank you.
Because I like the word vex.
I am saying, instead of a large omission, how about a small lie?
Ooh.
Where when she mentions the devil, we say we found some arcane markings for a ritual at one of the murder sites involving caging souls that aligns with infernal magic. And so that lines up with her story of being in ties with the devil, which is all true. We just leave out the part where we had a embarrassingly long conversation with the devil with no resolution.
Right. Although, to be fully in the details, she did call us out as having been in the basement proper and asked if we outright had we not seen the devil, which she knew was down there. That will require either a substantial lie or an
I am very
acceptance.
confident I can outlie Jelfie.
I think to allies, we shouldn't lie, but to non-allies, we could lie as much as we wanted. And so I kind of like the people in this town, and I don't want them to, die more or lie to the leadership.
You like the people in this town?
Orin, don't
They're
act
so
as though you've
sour.
not enjoyed
What?
all of the eating here.
We've had such good food. That lovely horse ride up here.
Okay, hold on.
The
Not all
handsome
of it's been
gentleman
good.
that I definitely remember his name.
Thalarion Vidalia?
Oh, the elf. Okay. Like Argus, the Gym Cutters Guild second was
No,
annoyingly
that dude
handsome,
sucked.
but
Yeah.
but he was handsome.
Not a
She
fan.
just said
Yeah,
handsome.
say
She didn't-
some. Say some. Okay.
I agree that the people.
I fear the longer she's allowed to present her point to us here, Orin, the more inclined to join her on it I am.
Well, then I'd stop talking anyways.
That never happens.
I thought for sure I had the
Either
majority
way.
in this one instance. For once, we have an odd number.
Speaking of that, because I just went into the episode,
Right.
Mia's not with us, obviously, as you have noticed. She is
Oh yeah.
had she got pulled away for health reasons. Everything's fine, and she'll be back with us in a couple of episodes.
Yes.
Proceed.
But for now, apparently, Finian's the swing vote.
I feel like we knew that going in.
So, what are you wanting to tell them? That we encountered the devil and we let him go to continue causing chaos in their city?
Well, that would be an awful way to word it. I think that we should absolutely acknowledge that we saw the devil and then he is gone.
That's it? I can get on board if that's it. If we saw
Oh.
the devil and then he was gone.
Yeah.
All right, then it's agreed. We will say that we can confirm that a devil was involved, but he left.
That room. Yes.
Yes, yeah. Like
No.
he got away.
Right.
Speaking of that room, there's a lot of treasure there.
Oh, yeah. I put some of it in my bag, but there was a lot.
Oh,
We can circle back.
can we?
I don't see why not.
Well, it'll likely be a fully investigated crime scene.
We could run. Hey, Sahina, go pack up all of the jewels while we go have this meeting. You're welcome, Philip. Okay, yeah, sure.
Do you want to have said that?
I don't know. Sending Sahaina off by herself seems like the riskiest play imaginable.
To clarify, Philip, you were saying that when we left, the devil was still in that basement.
Yeah, y'all left the basement.
Right, fair.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. Y'all realized how long it had been and turned around and ran out the door.
Right.
No, I
do not
remember-
tell Sahaina to
Conversation
go back
ended.
to the devil.
So differently, Philip, I'm pretty sure what happened is somebody pointed out the pitter patter of feet and we immediately went, oh, really? And went for it.
The people that heard that didn't withhold that information for about like 15 minutes. And then we certainly didn't act on that information for another 35 minutes.
You guys are remembering completely wrong. That's exactly what. Although, to be fair, I said something the moment I heard the footsteps
You all
about
were
us
still on the
not
stairs.
being alone,
Mhm.
and then it was walking farther down the stairs. So, like, the moment it was said to me, this is the one time I did not hold information for a later time. I repeated Philip in a bad Irish accent immediately.
I love how this flashback conversation has gone on so long that it's just going to run into the present time. There's not going to be a flash forward. It's just going to run into the present timeline. We are full.
The door
We're doing a
opens.
full Pulp Fiction.
The mayor will see you now.
Ah,
Had enough time to be there and wait.
Jump forward. Just her?
Effective segue.
Yes, she was the one that actually did the killing, the stabbing, and then the converting the insides into kyanite and extracted their hearts with surgeon-like precision, gem cutting, top notch. However, well, Oren will leave it at that, and then shove Jelfie forward.
Jelfie, having spent the entire walk back here trying to persuade anyone that it is anyone else's fault, is standing there with just the most defeated look, with her hands in shackles, standing between the pair of guards. The mayor looks, and you say you found Kindren's body.
Yes, in the basement of Kindren's shop, where
She looks over and nods at a couple of the other watch
Wait,
who
wait,
start
wait.
for the door.
just before you take off. She claimed that a devil made her do all of this.
Didn't claim it.
The courts will decide that. And we did see a devil. We were not able to ascertain much. We had to take off after Jelfie because Jelfie ran. But there is a chance that the devil may have taken up residence in the shop. We're not sure because we had to run to chase down Jelfie. So before you send people into there, you may want to be careful.
Yes, it does sound like that would be necessary.
That's why I said it.
Speak to Lord Thaleron before you go. And the watch
Certainly will.
go out the door. And then she comes back to you. Well,
Oh, that was to the guards, not to us. Okay. Yeah. I was like, cool, dismissed, I guess.
Well, see you later.
that was go acquire a hero before you go.
Yeah.
And she turns back to you, and looks at the two watch, says, take the prisoner to the brig. We'll allow the prince to decide how best to proceed with interrogation and sentencing. But you are owed a reward, as was promised by Prince Zareth. And she gestures you to follow her and walks through another a corridor into what seems to be her actual office. She walks over to a wall, which she lays her hand again against a spot, pushes and rotates carefully, and a panel of the wall opens, and she reaches into what is obviously a safe, and comes back out with a purse of coins, and then closes the wall safe back up.
Thank
Just
you.
pausing for any of you to try and grift the hand gesture combination. But
we're not even taken from the basement of free all-you-can-eat jewels. We're not coming back to rob a mayor, I don't think. Right, Ellie? We're not coming back to rob a mayor?
No, but I think I remember stating that I did put those jewels in my bag. Just
Some.
put a couple of things in your bag.
Some.
You definitely did not. There was more. Your bag could not hold the number.
Oh,
of...
no. I'm not saying all of it. Finian just said we didn't take any, and I'm just holding firm to my handful.
Holding in her truth.
That's true. You have a handful of uncut gems, and then you have the emerald that Jelfie had on her. So you are getting away with some stuff. And she hands you the purse, which is pretty weighty. Whenever you get around to counting it, since I assume you're not that rude right here, it contains 1,000 gold pieces.
Damn. Split 3 ways? Damn. Just go ahead and mark that on my sheet.
Much obliged.
I'm going to figure out where to mark that on my sheet.
Down in equipment. So that's 250.
I gotta spend some money.
465 gold.
Sweet.
And as to the favorite opinions for Leshturga and the ability to count on the allegiances of fine people of the city.
The mayor looks at you uncomprehending because she was not in the room for that conversation.
I would have remembered that and wouldn't have said anything.
Yeah.
Finian, you idiot. She wasn't there for that.
You'll have to talk to my manager.
I've heard so much of that today. I've had so much of that.
I don't set foreign policy here.
You could, if you wanted.
Are you offering to help me stage a coup?
Interested? I'm just joshing with you. Let's go.
You are informed that the prince will see you once he is done examining the report and hearing deciding what to do about it, which will be, he suggests, a couple of hours. Do you do anything in the intervening time, or do you simply cool your heels, grab a bite to eat, and wait?
We probably overthink dramatically whether or not this was the right decision and talk extensively about it.
Orin's cool.
Would you like to see us roleplay
that? Orin would check in.
I don't like this idea that I'm against roleplay. I don't like how that's been.
No.
Been what has somehow happened.
6 episodes straight talking about your feelings, and all of a sudden the GM's like, "You guys." Ellie-wise, do you feel good about that conversation and the reveal of information? Are you comfortable with that? Okay.
Yeah. If I wasn't, I
Vivian?
probably would have said something.
I figured, but I just wanted to check in.
Quite fair. Quite fair, yeah.
I appreciate it. That's nice of you.
Yeah, of course. Hey, can I, so I had the thought, but I didn't want to bring it up to the mayor jurisdiction concerns and also your comfort level. Should we talk to the prince about maybe not hanging wanted posters with your face on it in the city? Is that something you would want? Or do you not want that pointed out, I guess?
Yeah, I was thinking the less we could bring attention to it,
All right.
the better. Generally,
That's why I asked.
What was the reward money?
It was a lot, I believe.
Okay, it was
2,500 gold. So 10 times what each of us just made for this job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, I was just thinking the less we talk about it, the better.
Okay. Fair enough.
It'll just go away, right?
I assure you that's not the case.
Oh.
I have
Quite
found
certain.
that moving to a different country helps in terms of that type of situation.
Yeah, that was the
But
plan
it's
so far.
Like, what? Can I just ask broadly what country you did the terrorism in?
Yep.
And will you answer?
Oh, no.
What? Can I share something with you as a sign of good faith that you will then share with me?
Sure.
I'm concerned that I'm going to share something and then you're going to not.
That's possible.
Which is why I established the terms beforehand.
Oh.
Is it Finian? Is Finian making you uncomfortable?
He did just say share something, in fairness.
That's true. That's true.
Sahina, can you step out of the room real quick? I think you're making me-
Yes, I'm more likely to share more information with Saina gone.
Taking her out of the equation. As soon as
Sahina,
she's gone.
you-
Well,
Sahina, you
unloads.
think Eliwai should share too? She is nodding right now that you should share. Um,
Which is incredible. From my perspective, Philip turned to the lower right corner, which is directly above Casey's head, and as soon as his face disappeared, all the color just flashed and turned amber. Then your head fully disappeared, and she went
Wait, my head disappeared?
just for a moment. You were just out of frame, and it full. Yep.
I was gonna try to make a comment, but Casey's face on the dramatic close-up, I couldn't respond. It was just a. Like you'd been caught. Like it
Yeah,
was-
busted. Oh.
Whoa.
Professional.
We do this.
All right. I will share that the terror that I caused in the past, that didn't really there were a lot of things that resulted in me being here, being perfectly honest, but this is a reason why can I help you, Philip?
Yeah, and you are just
Yes.
about to, actually. Yeah, you're just about to.
I was training in the Citadel in Breland to be a Dark Lantern. I'd have my badge that I stole here and took with me. at a fairly young age, and part of my training was I was sent to go kill someone. It was a young woman who was a hobgoblin in the town of Sean, who was suspected of being a spy, and I did it because I thought that would make my dad happy, which, saying it out loud, is just the biggest bummer.
My dad
But
would
yeah.
not be happy.
I don't even know if my dad was happy. I don't know if he knows. I don't know if he cared. But yeah, I killed her while she was asleep. And then I saw the body laying there and realized what I had done. And I just took off. I may have, in the melee, my handler that was there, I shoved them and they fell over the railing on a tower in Sean. I hope that they got hit by a feather fall by a town guard and didn't die, but I don't know because I took off running. I was caught and then shipped out here as to not be dealt with anymore. Because I don't think that they could have, just due to who my family is, they probably didn't want the embarrassment of a trial or actual crime. And so I think Leshturga and my father, someone owed someone a favor. And so here I am. So
Are you a
murdered
hostage?
No. I was pretty young. Leshturga basically raised me past my teen years into who I am now. I can leave whenever I think I could leave. I've never asked if I could leave.
Am I a hostage?
Oh my god. Eric, your pearl clutching right there was incredible. That was so good.
I don't think I'm a hostage. I think I was sent here just to be out of my father's hair and stop being a problem for my family. And Leshturga took me in. So that's how I got to be here. I imagine some people in Darkgoon are very cross with me still and would want me dead. And if I went back to Breland, probably they determined that I was just too much trouble at this point and just have me killed by someone who was trained next to me, perhaps. So that's why I did a terrorism.
Wait, so I'm sorry. You think, are you actively being hunted too?
I think as long as I stay here, then I'm not in... Well, I don't know. Some hobgoblins might want me dead. And I bet there are some members of my father's court that would rather just see me dead if I came across them. But I don't think the country of Breland is actively hunting me. Yeah, I don't think so. As long as my dad is still king. If one of my brothers becomes king, I'm definitely going to be hunted down because he hates me. He got mauled by a tiger, and it wasn't my fault. It was definitely his fault, but he blames me.
Why?
Because so in my before I started being trained to be an assassin, I was sent to the stables to be raised and trained by the stable master. And
you didn't live there.
I slept there. The ghost tigers took a liking to me and grew rather protective over me. And so when one of my brothers came down to do his typical ritual of exercising his own form of justice, one of the ghost tigers finally got sick of it and tried to bite his arm off and almost did it.
It was amputated later.
Good.
Svoboda pops out to tell you and then goes back away.
So yeah, I was in the stables. Then I grew too close to the animals and I was sent to go train to be an assassin, and then realized I definitely didn't want to do that, and so tried to run away, got caught, and then was just shipped off. But I guess they can keep an eye on me here, so I have been shipped off somewhere rather than just running out into the wind. Probably would have died if I would have ran out just on my own. So,
Oh.
all things being equal.
Do you miss them?
I miss the idea of having a family. I know that.
Oh, I'm sorry, not them. The ghost tigers.
Oh, yes, quite a bit.
Your family sounds awful.
I did kill my mom. I didn't mean to, but like she died giving birth to me, so there was some baggage out the gate.
That is not. That's not the same thing.
Oh, not at all.
My family disagrees with you, but the ghost tigers were very nice. I do miss them a lot.
They sound very nice. I like the part where they protected you. That was nice.
Me too. Yeah. So, yeah, it would be neat if they were still around and with me. It would be really neat because they were massive. But yeah. So, but I think they're with my dad still. So.
Oh. I hope to meet them one day. That would be amazing. I've never met ghost tigers.
The concept of seeing them again sounds incredible, and I would love for you to meet them. The context that would have to exist for us to meet them would surely mean my death. So I
don't like that part.
Indeed. Well, yeah.
Maybe your dad will die and your brother will try to ascend to the throne, but he'll come after you, and instead you kill him and you get the throne.
But that would
and the ghost tigers.
That would be rad. That would be a tiefling on the throne of Breland, which I don't know if literally anyone would go for, because no one would recognize my.
Oh,
thank you. Yes, you would recognize that. Most people think that I am a bastard, that my mother consorted with a demon, and that's where I came from. Although, I mean, I don't think that's true. I have no way of verifying it. She is very dead, and I've never spoken to her ghost. So, but all of the people that were kind to me assured me that I was not the spawn of a demon, and that she was a good and faithful queen. So,
well, they sound trustworthy.
Yeah.
Also, spawn of the demon is not the only way to be tiefling.
Superstitions and all that. My dad had another theory that some hags cursed me in the womb and turned me into this. And now he wants to go to war with them. So you can also understand my trepidation of dealing with hags. So
and
that does make sense.
Asked her. You know, maybe they got together at a hag meeting.
Yep. Hagacon.
There are some questions that Oren
Con,
does not.
Obviously,
Oren is holding on to the truth that his mom was just a chill lady, and there's some. Yeah,
I know.
Oren doesn't want answers to some questions.
I know.
So yeah, that's my deal. I mean, I'm not allowed to call for this because this is not my game, but there was a moment where an insight check might have revealed some information if Philip wants to allow you all to roll insight on Oren.
Anyone who would like to roll insight is welcome to roll insight.
Always.
Vinny is just sitting and listening, so I'm paying great attention.
Opposed by whichever of the convincing checks you would like.
Oh, Vinny is just glad to be here. Damn.
I'm really invested in this story. And I'm really concerned about trying to read Oren well in this moment. And so my insight check of 26.
Finian was shockingly
Oren's.
Wow.
Doubles Oren's of 13.
The moment where Orin was started to say something, went and then continued, it was very clear that like the concept of death and like his mom dying and never having talked to her ghost, there was like a thread that he thought about continuing down in terms of like secrets that he like paused for a moment and then decided against it and just kept on keeping on. So
sorry, so to clarify, he had more to say about that and didn't?
yes,
Okay.
he elected to pivot and continue on. Yeah. So
Got it.
so that's my deal.
I thank you for sharing. That's You've been
You're
through a
welcome.
lot.
I mean, haven't we all?
I mean, my parents never asked me to kill anybody, and they love me. Well, I was going to say whether or not I killed that person, but they didn't ask me to kill the person, and they love me anyways.
Oh, my dad wouldn't have loved me if I would have kept killing people. He just would have like tolerated me. Just to be
Ew.
clear. He might love me. I don't know. I do this thing where I try to assume the best in people, and that sometimes turns out poorly. So my dad probably doesn't even think about me anymore, honestly, which is in ways a lot sadder than him hating me. But sorry, you were talking about you now. I'm gonna.
No, I don't. I'm trying to figure out what the part was that you assumed the best in him was, because those were all sad.
That he might, it might be complicated. Like he might wish that it didn't have to be this way, and there were other people in his ear convincing him that having a tiefling
Yes.
son would be a mark on the house, and so he must send me away.
Not
You
coming
know,
from him. Okay.
and that maybe one day he'll see me and he'll accept me for who I am, and not blame me
Yeah.
for my mom dying, even though these bad boys probably had something to do with it. So he taps his horns when he says that.
I see.
I find that casualness and humor are a great defense mechanism from feeling bummed out. So,
Oh. Casual.
yeah. So, why you wanted for terrorism? Unless you had
Because I
questions
blew up
about
a
my
building
deal.
and it wasn't empty.
Ah,
Twould be a terrorism.
I thought it was empty. No, that's not true. I was pretty sure they were bad people. Yeah, that part's true.
What was the building?
It was a let's see. Working through my backstory.
Don't say orphanage.
Oh goodness. No, they it was a factory that had lots of bound elementals. And we had asked them very nicely to free their elementals, and they did not. And so we decided to free the elementals for them. Yeah. But it didn't go well. My parents know that I am wanted for terrorism, and they know what I have done, and they love me anyways.
that's great. I'm glad that they love you.
Me too.
Where was the building, and who was operating the building?
Ooh, good questions. That Casey the player does not have an answer for you. Sorry.
Casey, you can select one of 3 reasonable options.
I was hoping you
Okay.
said one of 12 options. No,
It could have been a facility in Zilargo, because the actual binding of elementals is generally a process carried out by the gnomes of Zilargo, who are expert in its craft. It might also have been a facility owned by one of 2 dragon-marked houses. House Lyrindar, which builds airships that are powered by elementals, or House Cannith, which generally builds the engines that are powered by elemental engines, by bound elementals that then go into Lyrindar ships and Orion lightning rails and all of the other things like that. But Cannith tends to make the actual engines that go into those vehicles.
Where would that be?
Cannith could be anywhere, really. They've got the 3 main places. There's a major Cannith presence in Breland, Ondare, and Karnath would be the 3 major centers of Cannith production. Lyrindar would be in Ondare.
Okay. And the first one
Was in Zilargo, the
Zilargo.
the gnome
Yes.
nation.
Okay, and that's what I think. Yes, I choose option 1.
Okay.
In Zilargo.
Okay, so that's pretty far away. But the gnomes are intense.
It's why we moved here.
Fair.
I tend to endanger those around me, and so we moved from home to not draw more attention there. And I figured that, pirates, they sort of, we know we know what we're getting ourselves into, and so we accept a certain amount of risk, and so I do this now. But you have accepted more risk than you were aware of by having me on your crew. I am sorry for not being truthful about that. But I didn't think you would want me to be on your crew if you knew that. But I try really hard, and I'm really nice, and I'm really good at helping on the boat.
You don't have to sell us to be part of the crew. You're part of the crew. It's not my crew. It's not Finian's crew. We are the collective.
Yes, but you could agree to kick me off at any time. And that is fair.
No, I don't think it would be fair. We're pirates. A little terrorism is not above our station. And you did it for something other than coin, which is admirable.
Odd. Admirable, yeah, right. Yeah.
I don't think you need to feel concerned that your previous actions will make me, I won't speak for the others, think any less of you. Because that would be very hypocritical of me.
Well, you're making me feel really bad.
What? What? I'm sorry. What? Saina, no!
She comes back. She can feel it, man. She knows.
I didn't mean to make you feel bad. I'm very sorry.
Well, you're just being really nice about it.
Right, you gotta knock that off, Aaron.
I tried to make a joke about it last time, and that went poorly. I don't know what I'm supposed
knock
to
that
do.
off too, Aaron.
I left because it wasn't only not nice people that died in that. We did not get out in time. And everybody I went in there with, everybody else did not make it. And they were on my side. It was not intentional. We just didn't plan it well. And it had really bad consequences. And that's why you're in danger, is because not only are people looking for me, but because I'm dangerous. And I try very hard to make sure I go in first so y'all don't have to. But I know that sometimes I'm impulsive, and that does not benefit everybody. That's why you being nice was not great. Because I kept something back and then you were still nice about it. And so now I've shared.
I'm impulsive too. It's fine. We all put each other in danger, and we try our best to mitigate that. I'm sure Finian's got some stuff that he's brooding about over there right now that he's not going to share. But
he's so good at brooding.
Keep it up.
Finian just does that, just a nod at you.
Listen, you can feel whatever you want about your past actions, and it is unfortunate.
I have so many feelings.
I have a lot of feelings too, as we have seen. It's fine to feel bad about the people that you lost, that you did not want to get hurt, or people that may have gotten hurt that you didn't intended because they were not necessarily not nice. But you can't go back and change it. So the only thing we can do is press on and avoid the authorities.
There's a knock on the door.
Ah!
Sounds like the
Did you call the authorities?
The prince
Time
will
for
see
my
you
gold. Orin did not make that joke.
Too soon,
Eric made that
Orin.
joke.
Too soon.
So Hannah stabs you.
Worth it. Yes, excellent. And Orin begins to follow.
As we leave the room, Finian just gives the lightest of pats on the shoulder to Ellie, and then resumes walking. Just a familiar acknowledgement of what that moment was for her.
Thank you.
Orin also shared a lot too, but it's fine.
When did you get here, Aaron?
You are all led back down a corridor and into the grand hall of Prince Zerath. Zerath is sitting on his chair at the end of the hall, and you can see that he has just finished talking with Thalaron, who glances over his shoulder as you all walk in. Looks back at the prince, gives a sort of non-committal nod, and then steps off to the side. Zaroth looks at you all and says, "It seems I owe you some gratitude. Solved a problem that had been allowed to fester here too long."
We are happy to help. I hope that Thalrond and the Watch had no issues investigating Kendron's shop.
They found the body and a small amount of treasure. Seemed leftovers of a storeroom. But no sign of any fiend.
Well, that's unfortunate, but the devil you know and all that. The devil you know is better than the one you don't. You're now aware.
I'm familiar with the phrase.
Sorry.
I just don't see its application in this situation.
It would be better than being unaware that the devil is there. Just for those. Implying.
I see. Yes, that makes sense. It is unfortunate that we don't know where it is, but that it has quit its current lair is at least something.
Philip.
Eric.
Hold on, let me look at the... I have a potential post-long rest thought. What is the surface area is the only words that are coming to mind. I know that's not right. The surface area of the city, if you like.
I see.
Please don't include the buildings, just flat.
Trillion.
The area.
Yes, thank you. The area, not the surface area. I was adding an unnecessary word. God.
My daughter's in geometry. The area of Iron Cliff.
Circumference of the city.
The area of Iron Cliff is probably I mean the whole town, including the docks, is maybe a mile and a half from end to end.
Okay. Prince, I could offer a service tomorrow, potentially. I am unfortunately all tapped out today in terms of my ability to cast magic. But I could ascertain whether or not the devil is still in the city. I know that devils can move rather quickly, so how valuable that information would be is dubious. But I could let you know tomorrow if he is still taking up residence here and where he is. And we could even potentially track him down for you if there was some additional considerations made to that effort.
I would certainly take you up on the first offer before you depart tomorrow. I will think on the second. For the moment. In gratitude, and I will, in consideration of the reason you came here. What my people need are untroubled seas to allow trade to flow and allow my people to come here who choose to leave behind the mountains. They need space to live as they wish. Thrug is a beginning, but its resources will not support a population indefinitely. New settlements will need to be established. I have in mind that many parts of Nine Bay Isle are quite sparsely populated now. The interior is more rugged and nearer to the mountains of our home, which would be to the liking of many of my folk. Support for these things wins my friendship. It does not mean my ships sail against Redwatch, or that they take commands from the Coral Fang. But support in these efforts would win my friendship.
I believe that Leshtiga would be agreeable to those terms. You say that your friendship will not earn the right for, or will not get your ships to sail against Redwatch.
My people are few enough, and not at the moment under any threat from the Ashfords. Risking my ships in battle, risking my people in battle, I do not think would be in the best interests of my folk.
What would you be willing to risk as a friend?
I can assure you that I will neither participate in nor facilitate any effort against Seventh as things currently stand.
Would you be willing to offer anything in way of supplies or resources?
Make a persuasion check.
Using my 3 luck to re-roll that, because holy crap, could not get worse.
Actual.
That's true. It's a natural one. Can't.
14.
You know, that is a lot better, though.
It is a lot better. Just still, it's bad enough to where if I hadn't used all my luck on the previous roll, I would have used it on this one.
It's not representative of your talent, but yeah. But that was a good call. You have come through for me, and I am appreciative. But I have no desire to be a party to this conflict.
I can appreciate that stance from you. But certainly you can imagine that returning home to Leshtiga and informing that the value of your friendship is neutrality would not be of the utmost resourcefulness to us. While it's an ultimately small price paid, a service been done for you. And your service is to not side. Is that a fair interpretation here?
He shifts, and his eyes narrow a little bit.
Finian holds the gaze.
You speak of friendship in a purely transactional form.
'Twas a transaction you asked in order to procure it.
In that case, I suppose you have been paid.
I'm afraid that there may have been a lack of clarity in what was sought when we first arrived. To us, friendship is not something of a transactional nature necessarily. What it is, however, is one of allegiance. And that's where I'm struggling with this definition of a inactive friendship.
Make a persuasion check.
I have 3 luck.
I mean, you could do it to add a D8 instead of re-rolling.
Yeah, that's the play. That's the play.
Just don't beef it
You got that.
like I did.
So 22.
I do not think of friendship as something purely a matter of wartime.
Nor do we.
And therefore I do not think all expressions of friendship to be martial.
Your expression of friendship as requested is one exclusively assuming our victory in the wartime and for your own and your people's advancement, which we are not
I
opposed
assure
to.
you, I am familiar and experienced in being a friend to the losing side in a war as well. But let us be clear. You have done, if we are speaking of owing and serving, you have done one thing for me. It was not insubstantial. It has helped my town. But having completed that one service does not create an implication of some sort of long-term bond between us that would give me an honor, that would honor bind me to put my people at risk.
That's fair.
If this were a matter of individuals, it would be one thing. My people are not to be expended in payment of personal debts.
Certainly not. And I don't want to make it appear as though what I'm asking for here is a fleet of willing soldiers headed off to war. My statement is simply in the comparison of what was done, which is what was asked, versus what your offer furthering is. The next step would be for you to not support us in our current issues. Not necessarily manpower. As my compatriot here expressed, there are alternative forms of support that we are in need of. But the next desire for this friendship that you've expressed is a territory granted by our prince.
Your prince is not Prince of Nine Bay.
Would require her in order to enact your desires.
I say simply, if your prince desires my friendship, These are things my people seek. If your prince desires my ships at war alongside yours, I would require inducement beyond that to ask my folk to risk themselves in a conflict that, let us be frank, involves them not at all and has been nothing but a nuisance since it was started.
That's fair. We can take your requests as a friend to our prince. And any further guidance that she would seek to provide us, we will take into consideration in terms of the development of our friendship. I'm happy to, in the morning, wake up and do a scan of the town for the devil in good faith. We can come check in with you before I do that to gain an understanding of your desire if you would request us to hunt down this devil if they still linger in your city.
Very well. Until then, you have my gratitude for the service done to the town and for the warning of this fiend that has made its way among my folk, it seems.
Many thanks, Prince Zarath.
Eliwise, would you give me an insight check?
I would be happy to.
You don't know how much Casey hates doing that.
14.
The dice are just mid.
I
That is
have
so
one luck.
many sevens. That's, I guess, just two.
It
Because
is.
it was an 8.
I have one
That
luck
is
to
a
spend
lot of-
that I will
Nice.
Up to you.
spend on that.
It's one more than
15.
it was.
15 is a common DC threshold, so,
This is true.
you know.
It is one more.
Eliwise, you think that a pretty severe misunderstanding was pretty narrowly avoided here. That Prince Zarath's sense that his friendship was being treated as transactional. As we do a service for you and now you will do this for us. Was to him, and to many people in the hall, pretty deeply insulting. And that it is real good that your friends are capable of rolling good diplomacy checks. That a worse misunderstanding was significantly avoided by the charm and negotiating skills of your companions.
Mostly Finian, because Orin rolled pretty mid.
This is true. Finian did roll real good.
That was a part of why I decided I needed to get talking. I was like, oh boy.
So you all are ushered out of the hall and back to your quarters, and we will conclude this episode there. Thank you all so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can do so in comments down below. You can also find links to our Discord and to other things done by these lovely people. New episodes of Blades and Banners are on Monday, and until next time, thanks for rolling with us.
Bye.